Yo, 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 what's up? This is German from Judge Innovation Garage in the Peach Capital with a steak, baby. What's up, classic car guy? Hey, man, I'm glad you a member, man. Glad you a member. What's up, Tony Bands? What's up, Impala Jake? Woo. What's up, Roger? Man, it's been a nice day, man. I didn't go to Darlington. I wish I could have went to Darlington, but I didn't go to Darlington. We're going to just chop it up just for a little bit, just about 5 minutes. See if we can get some people in here, and then we're going to get over there and we're going to get on the 63 Impala. We're going to get on the Impala. We're going to take those wheels off. I'm going to take those wheels off and show you how to get these knockoffs off. And then we might put a set of gunny wheels on there. I don't know. Pulled all the plastic. Let me tell you, fam. I pulled all the plastic out of the flower beds. Had plastic down with rocks on top of it, and pulled out all the plastic underneath all the rocks, and then spread the rocks back out, put potting soil around the plants, filled up the water stove, been burning trash all day. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My dad had a city. Hey, that's cool, man. That's cool, Roger. That's cool, man. Thanks for sharing. Like I said, we gonna let it run about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna get over there and I'm gonna show you how to take these knockoffs off, and then we'll go from there. See how much I need to go to the dump. I got a truckload of trash and stuff that needs to go to the dump. What's up, Nathan? And like I said, I got a truckload of trash. I've been burning cardboard all day in the water stove. Been cleaning up. Got all the plastic out from underneath all the rocks in the flower beds. Got all the bushes and flower beds with new potting soil. My weed eater quit working. So I guess I'm about to go buy another weed eater. I'm listening to cutting grass. Yeah, I need to mow my grass. So we're gonna let it run about 5 minutes, about 5-6 minutes. Let everybody get some notification, and then we are going to knock off these wheels, and then maybe put a set of gunny wheels on it. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. That thing got a little transmission leak, boys and girls. Look at that thing, got a little leaky leak going on. Hey, I do have a question while we're sitting there waiting to kick it up. Does anybody know any other company that sells big wheel suspension other than QA1? So I'm looking at aftermarket companies that have upper and lower control arms for big wheels. Now I know QA1 has a big wheel kit, but does anybody else have a big wheel? Does anybody else have a vendor that you know that has a big wheel for big wheels? Like I said, QA1 has a kit. It's about $5,000 for the kit. I was just looking to see if anybody had any other. Oh yeah, uh, what's up, Scoot? I'm I'm sure. Yeah, QA1 is good stuff. I mean, I've used QA1 a lot, but QA1 has a big wheel kit for this car, upper and lower control arms, spindles, brakes, the whole 9 yards. Front and back is like $5,700 for one of their kits. You can buy just the upper and lower control arms and the spindles and stuff, but I was wondering if anybody else in the comments knew of another vendor other than QA1, because I'm doing some research to see if I can find, see if I can find, see if I can find. Let me turn this light on. Like I said, I've been looking. I've been looking at other. I've been looking at other avenues. I've been looking at other avenues for suspension for this thing for big wheels. It has upper control arms on it now, but the lower control arms are busted, so they need to be replaced. So if we replace the bottom, you might as well just go on and fix everything, make it right. Yeah. I mean, if I can't find any, I could make some. I can. Viking is good. It's about the same as Q. All right. I'll check that out. Yeah. Yeah. He really wants to go with big wheels. Yeah. So let me clarify something. This is a client's. That's a client's. That's a client's. That's a client's. And there's another client down there. If the client wants to put 40-inch rims on this thing, I'm going to find a way to put 40-inch wheels on this thing. Because I'm in the business of making money. I offer a service. I know a lot of people don't like it, but that's okay. This man wants to run 30-inch wheels. This man is going to get 30-inch wheels. This man wants to run 13-inch knockoffs. And he's got air ride on this. That's okay. Because at the end of the day, I offer a service. And that service is to give the client what the client wants. And the client wants 30-inch wheels, and that's what he's going to get. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. So this is what we're doing right here. Oh no, the customer ain't always right. Customer ain't always right. So if you just now showing up and you missed this, if you missed this whole week of lives, I suggest and recommend go back and watch all the lives this week and get caught up. Do a binge watch on JG's lives this week. But this is what happened this week. Built the inner fenders, fixed this, fixed that, built the inner fender box up here. Woo, come on now. Come on, don't do it. Don't do it. Got this in here built. Got this built. Y'all have to bear with me. Come on now. Talk to me. Come on. All right. This is the battery cover. Got that made. That's the inner fender on that side. Here's the inner fender on this side. That's a little tool made. There's the inner fender on this side. Got that. No, we're not doing fenders. I'm just getting everybody caught up, Mike, that just now tapping in. We clean this up, clean that up. We're going to make wheel tubs Monday. There's the interior out of it. And yes, I'm barefooted. I've been barefooted all day. Here's the trunk. Cut that, clean that up, clean that up. But the deal today is the 63 Impala. So what's John Q? What you talking about? You talking about the Pontiac, or you talking about the 54? John Q, what you talking about? You talking about this John Q? Or are you talking about this? What are you talking about, John? The Pontiac. Oh, it's a 400. It's a 400. What, a 400 transmission? It's a Pontiac 400. I don't know. I mean, it's whatever a stock Pontiac 400's got. I mean, I don't know. I have, let's see, Mike. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got about 7 sets. Mike, I got about 7 sets. I got about 7 sets, I believe. Yeah. All right. So we've been on 10 minutes. We got 200. So let's get after it. So these are knockoffs, right? And they're supposed to have a non-marring rubber hammer, right, to get these off. Now, this one is wrong, and the reason why I'm gonna tell you it's wrong is because it's supposed to be righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. But on this side, it's supposed to be the opposite way because the lugs, right? So it actually supposed to be righty-tighty, supposed to be right. Yeah, it's backwards. And I found that out forever when it took forever. But to get these things off, you're supposed to use a soft dead blow hammer or the rubber hammer that comes with it. But this guy didn't have the rubber hammer. So basically what you do is you just hit this. And then you just loosen these. They supposed to be backwards threads, but like I said, somebody's got the wrong. It's supposed to be, instead of righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, it's supposed to be the opposite, right? So that's how that comes off. Now let me set this camera down. Y'all just have to, let me get my little table right here. And that's pretty much it. That's how that sun gun comes off. All right. And then this, right? Then this right here is bolted to that. All right. Elko, I'm glad you got here. You missed about the first 27 seconds of the first part. I know you're supposed to have one of those non-marring hammers. He does not have one. He did not have a way to take them off. Only thing I got is this little lead shot dead blow hammer, right? So we'll take these off. No, just hang on, Elko. So these adapters, this one's wrong. So when you come back here to this one, that was like that. Them little baby wheels. Them little baby wheels. Oh, they should be labeled, but they're two different colors. You got whites and you got reds. I've had the wheels off before because I did a disc brake conversion and rebuilt the rear end. They're supposed to be labeled, but these ain't adapters. These ain't adapters, John Q. Public. These are knockoffs. These are knockoff wheels. This is the way they are, man. See, these are red. These are red. They're supposed to be labeled. But nevertheless, we got to take them off anyway. Oh, he's changing the wheels anyway. Ain't scratched. He's changing them. He's putting different wheels on it. Boy. So, oh yeah, yep. So now, you see they got, so you look, you got this kind of stuff, you got this kind of lug nut, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got the acorn style, right? Look on this one. They got this lug nut, that lug nut, this lug nut, that lug nut, that lug nut. And on this one, you got this lug nut, this lug nut, this lug nut, this lug nut, and this lug nut. So, yeah, Mike. Yeah, look. Yeah, look. Yep. See, Mike? See that? It's keyed. See that, Mike? They're keyed like a sprocket. Yep, like a centric. Yep. See, they rusty. And somebody said, oh, you dropped it like garbage. Man, it didn't hurt nothing, man. It didn't hurt anything. Didn't hurt nothing. Didn't hurt nothing. It's like that because it's a bit of wheel. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so whoever said I dropped it like it's garbage, it's not, it didn't hurt it. It didn't hurt it. So I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to clean them up, and then we'll go from there. So let me go in here. Let me go in here and get my handy dandy impact. It didn't hurt them. Key to use knockoff nuts in there. Key to use. Yeah, let me go in here and get my let me see something. I don't know. They might be super tight. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Ah, Lord have mercy. Boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. They're not spacers. They're not spacers. They're knockoff wire wheels. They're not spacers. They're not spacers. And see, Mike, look, Mike, look, that goes in there like that. Look, Tina coming up here. Tina. Yeah. Chick. What are you doing? You come up here to get some grub? You want a sneaky snack? Huh? What are you doing? You need a haircut. I'm going to cut your hair tonight. Let's see if we can get them all up here. Chick. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, there's another one. Yeah. Yeah, so right there, Mike. So, Mike, to answer your question, they are centric. They're keyed, so when you get them up there, you see that? It locks in there like that. Like that. Who asked me? Man, JJ, you can catch some salmon upstream with those. Try that with shoes. Those small stuff. Look, fat boy. Look, fat boy thought we had some groceries. What is it, fat boy? Hollywood. What's wrong with you? You thought we got, you heard somebody say sneaky snacks? Huh? What? Ow. Ow. All right, hold on. Somebody asked me something about a car. Hold on a second. Let me see. What's the other car in your garage? This car, Humble. Humble reached 0. You talking about this car? That car? Oh, no, they ain't Carolina big. I'm going to run them sons of bitches off with a stick. You talking about this? I don't know. You're going to have to tell me. I don't know. All right, let's go up here and take this. Let's go in here and take this one off. Boy, them things. Either these things wasn't tight or this little impact, the battery's charged up. Ah, that ain't the right socket. Somebody done got mismatched sockets on this thing. They had mismatched sockets on this too. Hey, Mike, check this out. Look here. Look, Mike. Look here. Look at the studs on the front on this one. And then the studs on this one right here were different. This thing had different lug nuts on every wheel. You want to talk about a pain in the butt. 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 Oh, yeah. All right, so one of them was 3/4, and the other one was 13/16. I don't know. I don't get it. 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 All right, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the tap the screen. There's 425 people in here. Well, damn, boys and girls, the grease cap fell off. We're going to have to put that bad boy back on there. I'm going to have to put that on there. Hey, y'all hang tight. Hey, Mike, hold it down. Y'all hold it down. I'm going to run down here and I'm going to go down there and grab a set of gunny wheels. I'll be back in just 2 shakes of a lizard's tail. I'll be right back. Bam! Did somebody say toes? Just like that, boys and girls. Now, I'm going to tell you a little secret. Tell you a little secret on these things right here that I found out. You got to run washers, right? You got to run washers on these things. And you see these acorn nuts, right? Acorn nut is supposed to go inward, right? The bevel is supposed to go inward. When you put, the bevel is supposed to go inward when you put them on a wheel, right? But when you put them on these gunny wheels, I turn them around backwards so it's flat to flat, because I want it to just be flat to flat, right? But when you're putting them on the actual, when you're actually putting them on, the wheels themselves, you want to put them with the bevel inward. That's how they center themselves up. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you. Let me show you so nobody don't be going down bastard stupid. Let me show you. All right, you see the lug? You see the wheel? You see it's got the bevel? Don't put the lug nut like that. Don't put the lug nut like that, because it won't never tighten up, and it will not. The wheel will not tighten up, and it will not be centered. So you have to put it bevel to bevel, so it goes like that, right? So when you're putting your lug nuts on your wheels or your rims, make sure it goes bevel to bevel, right? Goes bevel to bevel. You know, it's like butt to butt, not nut to butt. When you're riding, if you're riding a motorcycle with your buddy, it's butt to butt, not nut to butt. You know. So if you're riding on the back and your buddy's driving and you're riding in the back, you need to turn around, look the other way, and go butt to butt. Don't go nut to butt. Ain't doing that. I'd rather go back to back than, yeah. That's a whole nother thing. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Yeah, go butt to butt, not nut to nut. So go bevel to bevel, right? Go bevel to bevel, baby. Go bevel to bevel. Go bevel to bevel. Look at the different lug nuts this thing's got. So when all this thing's said and done, I'll put yeah. Wrong. All right, let's go put this other one on. Oh, yeah. So these are 45s. Hold on a second. Yeah. It's hard to do this one-handed. All right, so let me show you. These are G45s, and G45s will fit like, these things will go like 15, 20 different lug patterns, somewhere around there, plus or minus, give or take. Let me go get, I gotta get two more washes. Where was you at when the lights went out? Where was you at when the lights went out? What do you mean I ain't got no more washers? Son of a gun. Where was you at when the lights went out? I was in the dark. Jenny, I was in the dark. I was scared, boss. Can you leave the light on? I'm gonna have to get some more washers. Hey, I appreciate everybody tapping in on a Saturday evening. If you don't mind, hit that subscribe button, boys and girls. We got a lot going on. Monday. We're gonna pull the engine and transmission out of this 63 Impala. Yep, we're gonna do that. Yep, we're gonna pull the engine and transmission out of this 63 Impala. Yep, gonna pull this engine and transmission out. Yes, sir. Gonna do that, and then gonna cut the exhaust off of it, and we're going to call Carolina Dustless Blaster, and they're gonna come and blast. They're gonna come and blast the bottom of. All right, so let me show you. They're gonna come blast the bottom of the car, the wheel wells. They're gonna blast the whole bottom of the car and the engine compartment. And then whatever rust holes I find underneath the car, we're gonna fix the patches, do whatever we need to do to fix it. Then we're gonna paint the epoxy the bottom of the car with a 2K epoxy, and then bed line it, and then spray wool wax over top of it. And then on the engine bay, gonna close up the firewall. I'm gonna close up the firewall where they take the old heater box out, shave the firewall, clean all that up, pull all the wires, rewire the whole car, and then epoxy the engine bay, and then paint it satin black. And then going to put a brand new blueprint engine in it, 347 horsepower and like 360 foot-pounds of torque is what's getting in this thing. I've already rebuilt the rear end, so the rear end's good to go. Has disc brake conversion. It had a disc brake conversion on it, but it was just, something was wrong with it. It was just, so we just redone all the disc brakes on it. So they're good to go. So let me tell you this. So when you're tightening your wheels, you don't want to use an impact, right? Now, I'm not going full throttle on this impact, and it's not fully charged anyway. You can see the light. So when you're putting on there, if you're going to use a torque stick, now I know the blue one is 19 millimeters, like 90 foot-pounds of torque. But you need to torque the wheels when they have weight on them, not in the air, okay? They need to be preloaded and then put them on the floor and then torque them. But when you're putting your lug nuts on, you need to go in a star pattern, right? So I'm just going to go here, 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 here. So that's like 11 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 2 o'clock, right? That's like a star pattern, right? Now that's tight enough because this car's not going to be getting driven. Same concept with this one. Even though we got mismatched lugs, when this thing gets done, all the look, that sun gun ain't even the same damn size. Sweet Lord of Jesus. Oh, yep. So with that being said, you can drive with these wheels. 5 mile an hour is the max. They do hold up to like, what is it? 1,300 pounds? Yeah, 1,290 pounds on them. They have these little bumps on them. So there's a bump, and there's a bump, there's a bump. So they got bumps like 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 7 o'clock. And the reason those bumps are on there is so it don't roll away from you. They do roll really good until they get to that bump. When they get to that bump, they stop. You have to really put some ass into it. They are not for highway use, so you can't drive them on. I mean, you can, but I mean, you can't drive them to the liquor store or a store like that, right? 5 mile an hour is max on that. So, yeah. 10 o'clock, not 11 o'clock. I like it when he says o'clock. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So that's the deal on this car here. Since we got the bead roller and all that good stuff, That is the original tank. Whoever had it before had 2 old Air Max compressors. It has been upgraded to Vi-Air, the 485Cs, the black ones. But it has 1/8 inch lines, so it's slow. It's not for speed, it's slow. But since we have the bead roller and all that good stuff, going to make some nice panels in here. Like I said, that 3/4 or that 1/2 inch birch was already in here, so I just mounted everything right back to the panel temporarily. It's not even screwed to the floor. They had decking screws through the plywood into the trunk. So I did put a secondary battery. This is a secondary battery. This battery here is relayed and fused. So the compressors, the problem with the compressors that a lot of people have, let me set this right here. The problem with a lot of people with compressors have is they're 30 amps, right? So the compressor is 30 amps. So whoever wired this up before used speaker wire to wire everything up, and they had both compressors going through one 30 amp relay. The problem with air ride is if you do not supply the adequate ground and power to a compressor, like if you underpower it, it will make it create more heat and burn up the pump, and then the pump's no good, right? So it's going to be completely rewired. Everything's been rewired. Each pump has its own 30 amp relay. Each pump has its own ground. Each pump has its own power supply. Each pump has its own fused link. And right here is the battery supply right here. This is the battery supply right there. And then over there is the fuse system for each compressor. So you got compressor 1 and compressor 2. Now, this battery will be hooked to the alternator in the front. This battery will be hooked to the alternator in the front of the car when the new engine gets put in. It will not be hooked to the drive battery. Not doing it that way because if there's something going on, and like I tell everybody, if you got 2 charged batteries and you got one battery that's half charged and you got another battery that's full charged, this battery, the half charged battery, is going to drain the other battery and it's going to make them equal to. So this will be an independent system all by itself. So this battery here will actually go through another system going straight to the high output alternator. So the alternator will actually charge this battery and the other battery. It's a 400 amp alternator. So it's gracious plenty to charge this battery and the battery that's in the car. This car doesn't have a lot of electrical stuff going on with it. And when I mean like a lot of electrical stuff going on, it don't have power windows, power seats, cruise control, tilt. It don't have all the amenities like in a new vehicle. That's the problem. That's the problem that a lot of people get into, is they will put a massive stereo system in their vehicle and then they run in one 400 amp alternator. Well, the problem is, let's put it like this. My stock 2015 Silverado, it takes 90, well, let's just do a Honda Civic. A Honda Civic takes about 70 amps to run the car, just the car. So it's got like a 90 amp alternator, right? So a Honda Civic has a stock 90 amp alternator, right? We're just gonna look at this right here and I'm gonna show y'all on this. I know this is not a Honda Civic, but a Honda Civic, this is the alternator. A Honda Civic has a 90 amp alternator, right? 70 amps of that alternator, plus or minus, is running the whole car. A stock car. No aftermarket system on it, a stock car. 70 amps. So 7, 8, 9. That means you got it like, you have like 20 amps, plus or minus, in a perfect world, to run accessories. So if you put LED lights, well now LED lights, they don't take a lot of amps, but let's say you put LED lights and then you change the radio and then you put an amp, and you put some speakers, and you start adding more stuff to it. It doesn't matter if you put capacitors. It doesn't matter. This alternator can't put out but 90 amps. So it's already running at 70 amps. And then when you put it under load, and let's just say your amp, you hit a note, right? You hit a note, and then the lights of the car dim, right? And it hits a note. It's because it's like a parasitic draw. It's robbing something else to try to make what it's doing. Well, nothing is running efficiently because it doesn't have enough voltage and amperage. And if you don't have enough amps or enough voltage, what's going to happen is you're going to destroy your systems. You're going to destroy your amps. You're going to destroy your speakers. You're going to destroy your radio. You're actually going to burn up the amp. So I don't care who's watching and who says, oh, no, I've been doing it for years and blah, blah, blah. Okay, man, Ohm's law don't lie, okay? Physics don't lie. I don't care if you've been doing it your whole life. Doesn't matter to me. Math matters. Physics matter. So if you don't have enough voltage and enough amps, nothing that you have hooked up in your vehicle is going to run at its optimal position. And I'm not talking about Optimus Prime on the damn transformers. I'm talking about optimal performance. I mean, they told me, my audio guy, and I know audio, my audio guy told me I need to run 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 400 amp alternators on my son's 86 square body. 3 400 watt alternators. 3 now. And run 5 or 6 batteries minimum on the truck. 1 alternator is just going to run the truck. 400 amps just to run the truck. That's the stock 1986 4.3 pickup truck. All the amenities on a stock pickup truck, 1 alternator. The other 2 alternators are going to run the amps, the speakers, and the air ride, the 2 compressors. The compressors alone are eating 60 amps. This thing's going to have 4 L7 kickers in a box, a blow-through box. It's going to have 4 5.5s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 6.5s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 tweeters alone, not counting the head unit, the interior lights, the lights underneath the truck, all the amenities. So, yeah, and it's all kicker. Every bit of it's going kicker. So when kicker, right now the truck has an excess power battery, which is 5,000 watts, just 1 battery. So, yeah, and you have to have the pulley. Yeah, you're right, Carolina. You have to have the pulleys. You have to have the pulley set up. You have to have all the drive stuff set up where it's spinning the alternators, because the alternators have to spin at a certain RPM to produce what they're doing. So, yeah. Sounds complicated for no reason. It's dumb. No, if it sounds well, no, I ain't even gonna. Don't do it. Don't do it. Usually, I am gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I am gonna do it. I am gonna do it. Usually, when people say stuff is complicated, it's because they don't understand how things work, and they don't have the energy to find out why things work the way they work. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like physics, calculus, chemistry, all that other stuff. There's a reason why something works, and usually when people say, "Man, that's stupid," and not towards you, but most of when people say, "Man, that's stupid," I would never do that, and that, it's because they don't make no sense. It don't make no sense to them. So people are scared of, and they shut down when they don't understand something instead of running after it and trying to figure out what it is. Carolina, or humble enough to ask. Like, hey, look, if I don't know something, I'm gonna. hold on. Come back. Yeah, there. If I don't know something, I very seldom ask anybody. You know what I do? I go get my books out and I start reading. I go get my books and I start reading. And then at the very last minute, if I still can't make ends or tails of it, I will ask. I will ask somebody. But I don't go on the internet and type on Facebook and say, hey, does anybody know this? And then go online on Facebook, especially Facebook, or Marketplace, Lord have mercy, that's another one, and ask for information, and you're asking 6.8 billion people to key in, and you got to go through all the nonsense, and you might, if you're lucky, get something. You might, if you're lucky. Yes. Matter of fact, Nathan, there's a guy right up the street, about 5 miles from me. He has a 198-foot tower in his backyard. And that son of a gun can talk to people in Alaska and all over the world. And here's the cool thing about that. It's 198 feet. Well, since it's 198 feet, he don't have to get no permit, and it doesn't have to have a light on top of it. According to aviation and all the air traffic controller stuff, if you have a radio tower that is 200 foot plus, you have to have a light on top of it and a special permit. So when he built his tower is 198 feet tall. It looks tall it looks like it's to the moon, but it's 198 foot tall. You're interested in a 72 wagon? You interested in a 72 455 wagon plural? Are you interested in a 1971 Pontiac Le Mans wagon? They only made 117 of them with a 400 in it, and the interior in it is mint. Are you interested in that? Yeah. So here. So here's something. See, I got a tower too. Y'all think I'm just full of shit. See, I got one too. Look, bam. I got one too. I got a tower too. Yes, sir. Mine's 135 foot tall. So yeah, come on now. Don't do it. Come on around here. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Come. Where you at? Hey, Carolina. Yeah. You see the interior in this thing? Not me, stupid. Look at the interior in this thing. Y'all look at that right there. I'm doing a little cleaning. Y'all look at that right there. I got that rumble going on. Yeah. Huh? Look at that right there. Hey, Carolina. Hey, Carolina. Where you at, Carolina? Carolina, are you still in here? Carolina. Yeah, okay. Look, Carolina. Look, Carolina. Look at them blooms. Look at that bloom, big dog. Look at that. Huh? They say it's very rare for them to bloom. Look at her. I did. Yeah, I pulled all the plastic out of all this flower bed. All that. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that, Carolina. These are black magic. Impala. These are Black Magic. Here. These are Venus flytraps. These are Venus flytraps. This is King Henry's. These are shit. Man, I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, these right here. God almighty, I can't even think. I got to cut this one off. But yeah, this is a King Henry. These are Venus flytraps. We've had these for about 15 years, about 10, 15 years. Just got these. These are King Henrys. These are, damn it, what's the name of these things? Yeah, man, I cannot think. But yeah, they go down in there, and there's juice down in there and little follicles. Yeah, yep. Oh yeah. They get Impala. They go down in there, and then that thing closes the lid. It closes the lid, and then it just dissolves them in there. This thing right here, Impala, is slam full of juice, and it's got a sour smell to it. And they go down. Dirt daubers, man, they love this thing, man. Man, this thing's been eating so many damn dirt daubers, it ain't even funny. This one right here. This one right here had a Granddaddy long legs in it, and Carolina Big was here when the wife had to cut the legs off of it. But yeah. Yeah, they have to stay moist. They have to stay in soggy, and it has to be rainwater. Yep, has to be rainwater. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep, 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 yep. Yep. Look at this. Replanting this, Carolina Big. Replanting this one. It got too wet, so we gotta letting it air out and then gonna replant it. Y'all see this greenhouse? I built this greenhouse in 7 days. Yeah, I built this greenhouse in 7 days. Yeah, I built this greenhouse to keep the plants from my son's funeral when my son died. Needed somewhere to put his plants, so I built this. I drew this out on paper, went to Lowe's, bought everything I did, started on a Monday. Saturday night, I was done. I built this in 7 days. Yep, 7 days. Yep, I built this in 7 days. Yep, built this in 7 days. Built this whole thing by myself. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. Look at her. Look at that. Sneaky snake. Sneaky snake. Sneaky snake. Sneaky snake. Permits. Permits. What do you mean, like a driving permit? Yeah, January 28, 2019, my little boy was 6 years old. He got a stomach bug. He died in there on my living room floor, giving him CPR. Yep. 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 There's OG6. This is my son's truck, my oldest son's truck. Yeah, so here's the speaker box behind the seat right there. Yep, and then these are held in with earth magnets as your friends. Earth magnets as your friends. Yeah, so my son died January 28, 2019. He was 6 years old. Got a stomach bug, and it wasn't the COVID. It wasn't that. He died on my living room floor, and then his birthday is June 19th. On June 6th of 2019, my brother called me. Talked to him every day. We did all kinds of stuff together. He didn't live about 5 miles from me. He's a few years older than me. Called me and wanted me to come over and check out some stuff. We was going to cook some leg quarters, and I had some tomatoes in the garden and stuff. And I get off the phone, and I just finished a F4 Lexus for a client. I do some high-end stuff like Lexus and stuff like that. Very, very rare, but I do them. Sheriff's Department called and said, your presence is requested at such and such. And I said, I'm on my way. I'm bringing the chicken and the tomatoes. And they was like, man, we don't know what you're talking about. And I literally just got off the phone with my brother like 30 minutes before that. And when he got off the phone, now thinking about it, when I got off the phone with him, he said, I love you, shithead. And I said, I love you too, buddy. And he said, I'll see you when I see you. And I said, I'm on my way. He got the grill started. He called 911 and stuck a shotgun in his mouth and pulled the trigger beside the grill. So he shot himself 2 weeks before my son's birthday. Yep. So January 2019, I lost my son, my little son, my baby boy. I lost him January 28, 2019. And on June 6th of 2019, my brother committed suicide. So, yeah. So when I tell you I don't care what nobody thinks, I don't care what nobody thinks. I don't care what nobody thinks. Y'all want to see some stuff? I'm a duck hunter, this one's got a band, that one's got a band. There's a red fox, there's a tundra swan. Yep. Won't show too much of that because I don't want to get in trouble. What do I want to drink? Do I want to drink some coconut water or do I want to drink some buttermilk? Which one I want to do? Let's drink some buttermilk for Impala J. And buttermilk. Yes, sir. This right here for Impala J. Impala J. And for the ones that says I'm not drinking it, I'm drinking it. Don't do it. For the ones, where am I at? I'm in the paint booth. I'm in my paint booth. I'm in the mixing room. Don't look at the mess on the table. I'm in the mixing room. Look, I got all the good stuff. Hey, Carolina. Carolina, look at this, big dog. Carolina, look at this. Violet pearl. I know you like that purple, Carolina. Look at that right there. Woo! Carolina, look at that. Violet pearl, baby. Look. Look at that. Talk to me, baby. Hey, look at this right here. Look at this. Hey, look at this, Carolina. Look at this purple that shifts from purple to green. It's ultra green and purple or violet. Woo! Don't do it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find something else. Let me find something else for Carolina. Carolina be liking that purple. Let me find that purple. I tell you another one. That's bad to the bone. Look at this one right here. This bronze right here. This bronze, baby. Let me tell you. Look here. This is crushed glass. Look at that. This shit's expensive. This stuff is higher than, hey, I bet this stuff right here costs more than, yeah, we ain't gonna do it. Yeah, I need a couple of ounces. No, you don't need a couple of ounces. Man, that shit's in grams, baby. Couple of ounces? Yeah. Couple of ounces would be too strong. Couple of ounces of this, way too strong. Man, a dab-a-do you. Dab-a-do, dab-a-do. Hey, look at this right here. Look at this. Got him. Hey, look, my team is the best. Don't be bringing that sideways shit around in here. Hey, Carolina, look. Carolina, look. Custom black flake. You ever seen black flake? You ever seen black metal flake? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Man, I got so much shit in here, it ain't even funny, man. It ain't funny. Ain't funny at all. Look, hey, look at this. Look at this old stuff right here. You can't even buy this no more. Blushing red. This blushing red from House of Colors, Cosmic Pearl. Oh my, what's up, Russia? I'm in the peach capital of the state. Yeah. Your boy. Your boy. Your boy. Hey, Carolina. Carolina. Yeah, I've heard of it, TJ. I don't do no business with them. Hey, Carolina, look at that right there. This right here is from Paint Huffers. Ooh. AB, you done missed it, man. We done went through the 63 Impala. You're 53 minutes late. Hey, Carolina. Let's see what else we got in here. Look at that. Hey, Carolina, you want to go bananas? You want to go bananas? I got that 1 pound. Hey, Carolina, I got that 1 pound of gold, baby. I got that 1 pound of gold. Can't get that in wrap. No, Yeah, oh no. We don't do no wraps around here. Time to lace it, come on. Let's do it. All right, boys and girls. Y'all want to see anything? I tell you, this right here, Tequila Sunrise. This right here. Okay, I'm gonna bring my cup. Hey, look, this right here, Tequila Sunrise is Cerakote. This color is so nice. So nice. All right, boys and girls. Look. Tuxedo Black's a nice color. Hey, did you know, James, did you know Tuxedo Black has red, green, blue? It has a bunch of flake in it. No, this is a custom color that I made. This is the color we paint in the Cutlass. This is the color we paint in the Cutlass. This one right here. Mm-hmm. Yup. Yep. Yeah, this, we'll take it up here to the sunlight. I'll show it to you in the sun, in the sunlight. We'll go up here and show you in the sunlight. Us, like a yeah, this car right here, that car is getting that color right there. That's the color we paint that car right there. I'll show you what this color looks like in the sunlight Well, sun gun. Let me take that back. Sun gun. Sun gun. Yeah, it has James, it has black. It has black and it's got flake in it. You have to get up on it, but it's got it. It's got it. So I'm gonna turn this light out and then I'm gonna show you. This color right here is, y'all ready? Now this is what I got, a sunlight. Yep. That's the color I'm painting, OG6. Yeah, see right here? Right there. See? We had a benefit hunt. I got a Forever 6 scholarship. It's at Randolph Community College in Asheboro, North Carolina. It's called the Forever 6 Scholarship. March 12th, 2022, we did a benefit hunt, like a benefit run, like they run beagles after rabbits. Nothing was harmed, but we've done a scholarship. Well, there is a scholarship at Randolph Community College, and it's called Forever 6 Scholarship, and it's Owen Carter Green, and his scholarship helps other people live their life through their. That scholarship helps other people live their life because my son was not able to live his life. So they learn a little bit about him, and then he lives through them, through their journey. And since we started the scholarship in 2020, we've helped about 15 people better their lives to increase their net worth by increasing their network, by going to college and getting a scholarship when they normally wouldn't get a scholarship. So it helps people that normally don't get help, like the ones that's less fortunate to go to school. So that's what that scholarship's for. That scholarship help. There's a lot of stuff there's a lot of stuff about me that people have no idea about. They think that I'm just in this shop and I work and I do all this other stuff and I like to talk and blah, 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 whatever. But there is a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people have no idea what I do. Have no idea, and honestly don't even take the time to ask, which is okay. I mean, it's fine, but that's what that scholarship's for, is to help people that's less fortunate. And it's at Randolph Community College in Asheboro, North Carolina. You can just Google it. I don't know the number top of my head. Call the foundation. If you want to contribute to the scholarship, all you got to do is say, I'm calling about the Forever 6 Scholarship, and they will know, because I worked at the college for a long, long time, so they would know. If you're interested, if you are, if your heart is led to do it, do it. And you don't have to tell me. I'd rather you just keep it to yourself. But yeah. Yeah, metal art. Yeah, I appreciate that. I really do, metal art. I do more in a day than most people. I do more in a day than most people do. Oh, I dropped my spray out. Yeah, and I try not to say nothing because I don't want people to think I'm bragging or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But here it is outside. You know. Yeah, I don't say a lot because I don't want people to think I'm bragging and say, "Oh, look at me," whatever. So, and I mean, I got a highway adopted. We adopt a highway, 3 miles of highway. We pick up trash every 90 days. We do, man. There's so much stuff. There's so much stuff that I do other than the shop. Like, I was gonna go live today. Moving the rocks. which y'all don't want to look at me. I was gonna go live doing the rocks. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And I'm gonna do the chassis too, Impala. I'm gonna do the chassis too. So that's what that other chassis is there for. I'm gonna box the chassis, put chromoly bridging in it. I'm gonna put a chain bridge in it. I'm gonna update the front A arms and lower control arms. Probably gonna go with like a Caprice front upper and lower control arms. So I have to go with the big 5. I'm gonna redo the rear end, do like 373 gears in it. I'm supposed to have a Cadillac Escalade coming. Has a 6.0 in it, running and driving, but it has a leaking rear main seal. It's supposed to come. Me and the guy made a deal. We shook hands. Everything's been exchanged. He's supposed to be bringing it to me. And when he brings the Cadillac Escalade, it's a 2013, I think 2013 Cadillac Escalade. It's got an LQ9 in it. When he does bring that to me, I am going to pull the engine and transmission. It's a 2-wheel drive. I'm gonna pull the engine and transmission out of it, and that's what I'm putting in OG6. I'll probably do, you know what? I'm probably gonna do like SS did. I'm gonna tear the engine down live, tear it down just to the block, and then I'm gonna take the block to TKM and get Kevin and John Boy and them to build a 408 stroker. And then I'm really thinking about putting twin turbos on it. Running twin turbos. I was gonna run a Pro Charger, but that's offset because you only got one on one side, not two on. So it has to be in even numbers for me. So probably I'm really looking at a twin turbo setup, but I'm gonna paint the chassis, gold leaf it, pinstripe it, and then that chassis will be done. And then I'm gonna do all the paint and body work on the chassis, the body itself. Paint the body and then set the body. I'm gonna do like a Mississippi mud, Mississippi mud. That's what I had. The heck, we make Mississippi mud chicken, Mississippi TV with their Regal, Regal with the red pearl. Then I'm gonna set the body on the chassis. That's my plan. That's my plan. Well, you have to delete it. Well, I have to delete what? Hold on. Hold on a second. Impala. Well, I have to delete what? Oh, shit. I missed the comments. Well, I have to delete what? No, there's the Le Mans. We're gonna get back on it Monday. Yeah, Canterbury. We got it cleaned out, but I had to move it. I had to move the Le Mans off of the lift and got the Impala on the lift because Monday gonna start taking the engine and transmission out of the Impala. Actually, and Jeremiah's gonna help me. He don't have to go back. He don't have to go back to Virginia, so he's gonna stay with me. He says he's gonna help me like 3 or 4 days next week, so that's gonna be great. So I moved because I'm usually 99.9% of the time I'm by myself. So Jeremiah's supposed to be here Monday to help me, and if he is, that's great. But I had to get the Le Mans off of the lift because this coming up week is the Impala week. See, I do everybody's stuff by week. So last week was for this, next week is for this, and then we go from there. I know when you get them. Oh, Impala, you're talking about drive on demand. Yeah, 2000s, like the engine down there right now, that engine right there is a LM7. So that's a 5.3 right there. That's a 5.3. That is a 2007 LM7 out of a Cat Eye Chevrolet pickup truck that I filmed live pulling the engine and transmission out at the junkyard a few months back. That engine is a non-DOD engine, which is a air fuel management, AMF. So that one doesn't have to be DOD delete. I'm glad I didn't tear that engine down because I really wanted a 6.0, but I got a 5.3. So I'm going to take that 5.3 and I'm going to put it in storage. And if a client or somebody wants to do a 5.3 swap. Now, I do have a guy that has a 67 C10 that's supposed to be bringing it to me towards the end of the year, and he's talking about doing an LS swap. It has a 327 in it now, and he wants to do an LS swap. And I told him I had a 5.3, and he said he really wanted a 6.0. And I said, well, hell, I really want a 6.2. And, and people in hell want ice water, but they ain't going to get it. So sometimes we just have to do what we can do. The reason why I want a 6.0 at least because I want to run TKM heads. And TKM heads are based off of LS3, but they're based off of LS3 platform, but they're completely machine billet. All of them, they're all made in-house at TKM. The 68 C10 I have in here in the shop, back here in the back, it's a 6.0 motor with TKM's LS3 style heads on it, and it has the big motherfucker cam in it. That's all I know, and it has 2.5 inch intake valves. And when I mean intake valves, the intake valves on that 68 C10 is the size of that Red Bull can. So you can take that Red Bull can and drop it through the intake valve, not the intake runner, the valve, where the valve is. And I got a picture. of that. Yeah, Chris Fisher, I know. Oh, yeah, we hitting the bumper. Yeah, Chris Fisher, I know you got a 6.0. And I'm glad you told everybody you have a 6.0. And I'm glad everybody's telling everybody that, yeah, we ain't even going to go down that route. Yeah, coconut, baby. Coconut today. So, yeah, I want to put a 6. I don't even know where it's going with that. But, oh, yeah. So, I'm going to put that engine in storage. And then I want to run a 6.0. But I'm going to tear the whole engine out. The only thing I'm going to take to TKM is the block. And everybody's telling me to do an LS swap in my son's truck. I'm not doing an LS swap. And the reason why is because it has a 1986 4.3 V6 with a TBI on it. And it has 70,000 original miles on it, and it runs like a friggin' soul machine. Runs great. There's no sense in doing an LS swap in it. If I was to do a swap on his truck, I would go get a new Colorado pickup truck with the V6 turbo and the 8-speed automatic transmission, and I would do a V6 turbo swap out of a Colorado. That's what I would put in that thing. I wouldn't put an LS. I'd keep it a V6. I put a V6 in it. This one here, Carolina. You talking about the LM7? This one? Oh, it's okay, Impala J. I knew what you meant. Does it still have the quadrajet? What has the quadrajet? Do a burnout in the truck? No. What? Princeton, you said do piece over whatever. You said does it have a quadrajet in it? What have a quadrajet? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Impala J, I knew what you were talking about. Yeah, it's called AMF, Air Fuel Management, or DOD, Drive on Demand. Yeah, they're bad. They're bad news. If you have, okay, no, the square body doesn't have a quadrajet. It's got a throttle body in it. It's throttle body injection. It's a 1986 throttle body injection. And in 1986, they only made 4%. In 1986, that's a 1986. In 1986, that truck was ordered. The guy, that old man that had that truck, he ordered it with a 4.3 with a TBI in it, throttle body injection. Has a Silverado 10 package. It's loaded. It's got everything but power windows and tilt, because he didn't want power windows or tilt. And it also has the big brakes, so it's got 1.25 inch brakes on the front, has the big brakes on the back, has the big rear end underneath it, air conditioner, cruise control. And in 1986, only 4% of the trucks in 1986 came out with a 4.3 V6 throttle body. In 87, it was Chevrolet's flagship, and everything got a damn 4.3 V6. I mean, even that 88 C20 van, that little shorty van that I got to fix, it's got a damn 4.3 V6 in it. So, 6 square body, but my crew cab F-150 with a 4x4. Well, that's okay. Pirate Pete, 6 square body, but my crew cab F-150 4-wheel drive Coyote will mop it up. Okay. Are we running for bragging rights, or are we running for money? Pirate Pete, are we running for bragging rights to see who's got the biggest dick, or are we going to run who's got the biggest bag? Which one are we going to do? Which one are we going to do? I need to know. We can run for money all day, come to Denver. So you want me to load up and come to Denver for money? How much money? How much money are we talking about? How much money are we talking about? You want me to come to Denver, so how much money are we talking about? No. See, no. It don't work like that, big dog. You called me out, so you put a number on it. You called me out. Go back and read what you said. You'll mop the floor with me with your 4-wheel drive Coyote F-150. And then you told me, I said, are we going to run to see who's got the biggest dick, or are we going to run to see who's got the biggest bag? And then you says, come to Denver. So now you called me out, and you're telling me to come to Denver. So how much money? How much money? How much money? 10? I don't get out of the fucking bed for 10, baby. Let's do 30. Let's do 30. Let's do 30 bands. Let's do 30 bands. 30 bands. I tell you what, I'm in North Carolina. I'm in the peach capital of the state, baby. Let's do 30 bands, and hell, I'll give you the break. Hell, I'll give you one. I'll give you one car link. Hey. I don't care if it's got a fucking airplane engine in the bed of it. I don't give a shit what it's got. I don't care if you got nitro. I don't care if you got injection. I don't care if you got nitrous, methane injection. I don't give a shit what you got on it. I don't care. I ain't the one. And you might be trolling through here, but you might want to do a little bit of research before you start calling out old JG. I'm just saying. I don't even get out of the bed for 10 grand. So, okay, we're talking about the square body or an actual race car and a trailer. No. You called me out. You called me out. You didn't tell me how to drive that look. So let's put it to you like this. You're calling me out. So let's get this logic. You're calling me out with an F-150 4-wheel drive that weighs like 7,000 pounds with a Coyote engine in it, and you're going to call out a stock 4.3 V6 with a throttle body on it. Yeah, I think somebody's trying to compensate for a little bit of compensating. I mean, who calls out a 4.3 V6? I never said I was going to run you in a 4.36. You assumed that. I didn't. I didn't. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, it's all good. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's cool, man. I'll bring something else. Completely good at 10 speed. Texas speed. Man, Texas speed is good. I tell you what. Got the fastest, if you want to go that way, if you want to go that route, got the fastest coyote on the planet with a coyote engine. Fastest coyote on the planet with a coyote engine. We'll do coyote for coyote. Fastest galaxy car. Fastest galaxy car with a coyote. Man, my Trailblazer SS will eat that damn F-150 all day, every day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Tulu, you want an F-150 with a coyote in it? I got a 71 Camaro. I got a 71 Camaro. I got a 71 Camaro that'll take on that pickup truck. No, hell no, it ain't a White Claw. It's coconut, man. I know it's Pirate Pete. I know you in Denver. And I know you won't never come to North Carolina. It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games. I used to do it a lot. Like, we used to run foot races, man. We used to race four-wheelers on the street. I had a 400EX with a 450 YZ 450 engine on it, run on alcohol methane, and FTZ built it. Had turbo Hayabusas and all that stuff. I will be at the FL2K. What the hell is that? I don't know what that is. It's all fun and games. Somewhere that elevation there gonna get to him. Yeah, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all fun and games. Your car is a 250. No, 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 no. See, you assume and you race cars. See, Pirate Pete, you assume that I race cars. I don't race cars. I stack paper. You assume that I race cars. See, that's on you. You assume that I go to the racetracks and do all that. You assume that. I never said I went to the racetrack. You assume that. That's on you, big dog. That's on you. Yeah, okay. Check the resume, baby. Go to TK. Hey, check while you out here while you running up and down. Go to TKM Performance and look up the fastest coyote. Look up the fastest galaxy in the world. Look up Kevin Mullins. You know Kevin Mullins? Hey, hey, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere, Pirate Pete. Do you know Kevin Mullins? Do you know who Kevin Mullins is? Get him, Victor. Get him, Victor. Get him, Victor. Get him, Victor. You mentioned running for 30K. I have it in Florida the first week of All-Turk break. I know where Florida's at. I know where Florida. But I asked you a question. Do you know who Kevin Mullins is? I don't. Oh, me. You're the one that started it. It's hilarious. Hey, I needed to laugh on Saturday. I needed to laugh. I asked you a question. Do you know who Kevin Mullins is? Do you know who Kevin? He can't even answer that question. Do I know who Dale Earnhardt is? I sure do. And I sure do. I sure do know who Dale Earnhardt is. Do you know who Richard Petty is? Do you know Kevin Mullins? You never answered the question. Do you know Kevin Mullins? Do you know Kevin Mullins? Mm. It's funny because he asked me a question. I answered it, but I asked him a question. He couldn't answer it, but he said, I'm stuck on repeat. He must be stuck on death. That tells me all I need to know. If you don't know who Kevin Mullins is, that tells me all I need to know. That tells me all I need to know. Positive? Yeah. Anonymous person, he must have done his homework. So yeah, positive Patriot. Ask the question. Man, we've been on here longer than expected. We usually on here about 60 minutes, but we on here for 90. Oh, let me show you the inside. Oh, I know who Kevin is. I know Kevin very well. I know who Kevin Mullins is. I know him very well. I know all of them. John Boy, Robbie. I know the whole crew. Yep. So this is a 63 Impala. It is not an SS car, but it does have SS interior. We just took the wire wheels off. So Monday. Yes, T Money. These are wheels that you just move stuff around in the shop. They're like transport wheels. That's what they are. So you don't mess up the other wheels. So we're gonna pull the engine and transmission out of this. Gonna pull the engine transmission out of this starting Monday. Going to finish up the front inner fenders. Going to fix up the inner fenders on this. This car here is getting, this guy's going to put 30-inch rims back on this car, so fixing everything that somebody else cut. So they come in here and they cut the fender like this and then just left it. So come in here and made new fender lips, made new inner fenders, bead rolled that, made a cover up the electrical box, and that's why I was asking earlier if anybody knew another company besides, I know Tulu said Viking and QA1 that has upper and lower control arms for this thing, because they really need to be changed. And the reason why they need to be changed is because of that right there. The pocket has broken on that, and the pocket is broken on that one. So this thing, he wants to do disc brake conversion. He wants to do a disc brake conversion on this thing. So if we're going to do a disc brake conversion on this, people, might as well go on and take out all the suspension and just redo it and fix the geometry so it rides better, so it don't ride like a covered wagon. So QA1 makes a upper and lower control arms set up for big wheels and coilovers and the spindles and everything. So the front kit, I think the front kit, I think the kit for the big wheel, and I think that includes the front and the back coilovers, I think it's like $5,500. And then that's that. So UMI are pretty good. I have them on. Hey, Mikey man, are they just for regular stuff, or is it for larger rims? What size rims do you have on your Chevelle? What size wheels do you have on your Chevelle? Like I said, this guy, where's my little thing? Yeah, all regular. See you, Metal Art. See you. Thanks for tapping in, Mail. This guy, Chris, I don't think, Chris, I don't think that Ride Tech has a big, does Ride Tech have a big wheel suspension? And when I'm saying big wheels, this thing's this guy had 30-inch rims on this thing. So, and the reason why I have it is because if you go back and watch the videos for this week, they cut all this and just butchered it. So this week, every day I went live twice a day. So we got like 4 parts, and we cleaned up everything and just cut everything square. So tomorrow, Monday, going to start making new metal panels with sheet metal, 18 gauge, to make new panels. Ride Tech and QA1 pretty much the same. I'll check them out. I know Tulu said that Viking has an upper and lower control arm set up for big wheels. That's the problem. This thing's going to have 30-inch rims on it. So the geometry's all messed up anyway, and the lower control arm is broke. He told me these were truck springs, and God help whoever put them in there. I mean, this thing is... It is to the max. You know what I'm saying? It is to the max. The geometry's all wrong. I mean, look at the steering linkage. Look at the arms. Everything is just maxed out. Just maxed out. So I told the client, the lower control arm's busted, where it pushed through. So this thing needs to have upper and lower control arms and coilovers or some type of big wheel suspension. That's why I really wanted to go to Darlington, South Carolina today to the racetrack because, all my guys was down there at the drag strip. Tulu was going to go. I don't know if he made it or not. I know 87 wasn't going to make. I know 87 couldn't make it. He just got promoted to chief. So Dunk Master and all of them was there. I don't know if anybody else made it, but I wanted to go down there and look at them cars and kind of scratch the surface and start asking the people, what are they using on these big wheel cars for big wheel racing, because I really haven't paid attention to them. So that, Mike, man, TJ need to see that Chevelle. Yeah, we're looking for Chevelle for TJ. So if anybody can find a 68, 69, 70 Chevelle, my guy TJ bought Chevy Island. He is looking for one. So that's that on that. But yeah. Yep. So that's the deal. That's why this car had to get on the lift. This car had to move over here. Finish up the inner fenders. on the front to Monday and get that done, and then start cutting the exhaust, start unhooking this stuff, and going from there. Oh, back what I was saying, if I get that LQ9, if that guy goes ahead and brings that Cadillac Escalade, we can pull the 6.0 out of it and go live tearing the engine down, so I can just take the block to Kevin up at TKM, him and John Boy, just take the block up there and have them build it. And we're going to go with twin turbos on that to put in the Cutlass. But it is what it is, boys and girls. It is what it is. Yeah, that's why I wanted to, yeah, TJ, that's why I wanted to go to Darlington, because Donkmaster was going to be there. Oh, I got to sneeze. Excuse me. Yeah, that's why I wanted to go to Darlington, so I could kind of, pick their brains, because I'm new to that world, to the big wheel racing world. So I wanted to see what their geometry, what they're using for geometry. I mean, honestly, this stuff needs to be rebuilt. Whoever put the airbags on this, they cut the pockets way too big. I mean, they cut all this. But we're going to see how this thing looks when we blast it. So like I said, when we get the engine transmission out of it and blast the whole bottom of the car and take it down to bare bones, we can see what's hidden with this rubber undercoating and then fix everything. Yeah, got some rust here. Got some rust going on here. And it's kind of surprising because this car's from out west. Originally, it was from out west. So it's got some rust in it that normally wouldn't be from a West Coast car, which is kind of bizarre to me that it's a West Coast car and it's got that much rust. So it must have come from like the Midwest first, then went to the West Coast, then it ended up on the East Coast. So I don't really know, because this car here, this is a North Carolina car, and this car is pretty solid, considering. The only rust on this Le Mans was actually right here, where something was in the trunk. Now, somebody's gonna say, well, wasn't that rust? No, that was actually self-inflicted. Somebody actually cut that and then covered it up in fiberglass. See, there's some fiberglass I gotta dig out right there. I'll check. Well, I'll check with Detroit Speed. My buddy Michael, he used to be over Detroit Speed until they sold out, changed management, whatever. So he left them a few years ago. I'll text him when I get off the phone. Michael Neighbors, he used to be up the food chain at Detroit Speed. I'll text him. I appreciate that, Chris. I'll text him when I get off the phone and see, because he did a lot of, he was up the food chain. His name's Michael Neighbors. I didn't even think of that. I appreciate that. But this car here's pretty solid, man. I mean, the floor pans are solid. Like I said, everything that's messed up on it was self-inflicted. The car was blue, but it wasn't this blue, because you can see somebody painted it, because they just painted the rubber and everything. I got to fix the top. On it. Yeah, yeah, appreciate that, Carolina. Yeah, the inner fenders, got those knocked out. Got to do this back piece over here. Probably going to be on here for like 10 more minutes. BMR has a good setup. All right, appreciate that, Tulu. I'll check that out when I get off here too. Like I say, got the fronts done. Once you get that done, he needs a new hood. So if anybody's watching and you're within driving distance and you have a good hood for a 68 Pontiac Le Mans, hit me up. Yeah, he crunked this one, and the reason why he crunk it is because the hinges they were jammed up, and and they didn't have no grease, no lithium grease on them, and they done like a C10. This is the crush zone, so if it was the wreck, this is where it's supposed to crush at. And he went to close the hood, and he he grabbed right here, and he used his strong arm. He used his strong arm like Tulu, and he cranked it at the crunch zone. That's the brake. That's the crunch zone right there in the hood. So that hood is no good. It can't be fixed. And that hood right there, TJ, that's a 70 Chevelle hood right there, big dog. That's a 70 Chevelle hood right there. I might paint that one day and put it back on the wall. So I got the hood, TJ. I just need to find the car. So I got the hood already for my 70 Chevelle. So, but yeah, boys and girls, I appreciate every single one of you. Like I say, I usually try to keep the lives at 60 minutes, but we run over a little bit. We're 100 minutes. I appreciate every single one of you. I don't know if I'll go live tomorrow. I'll probably go live tomorrow so I can keep the algorithm going. I don't know what I'll show y'all tomorrow. Probably a little bit something different. Probably show you the seats. We'll probably show the seats on the C10, and we'll go from there. Here's all the interior. Here's all the interior out of the Le Mans. You can see where they bushwhacked the daggone for the, so I got to fix that. So probably gonna have to make new pieces. Shut up! Probably gonna have to make new pieces or see if we can find these. Anybody got any of these? Anybody got any panels? If not, I'll have to fix these, which I can. And we'll go from there. So, yep, them Chevelles get me every time. All right, boys and girls, I appreciate every single one of you. Hold on a second. Hold on, what did he say? Lies for views, shorts for donuts. No, I did not, Carolina. I did not get the table going. I called, and Johnny B. Good is the only one that works at that company that can remotely, he's the only one that has access to remote your computer remotely. So he was off Friday, so I have to call back Monday and get him on the phone because he's the only one that can remotely access my computer and then fix the malware problem. So hopefully by the end of the business Monday, I'll have the table running. Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Man, what's up, man? You in green too, man. You a member. Hey, I appreciate every single one of you. I really do. You boys and girls have a good rest of the evening. And remember what I said, boys and girls. Don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first at Loose End Drag. Peace, love, and chicken grease. And if you new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And it's actually a 54. This is a 54. Y'all want me to end today? On firing this thing up? Y'all want me to end this live by hitting the switch? Y'all think that'll be a good thing? Everybody, crank it up. All right, we'll do it. This thing's been cranked more than the last 3 days, and it's been cranked in the last 3 years. Now I unplug the computer every time, so it has to. I unplug the computer every time, so it has to learn itself every time. So let's so we're gonna prime the fuel pump a couple times, and oh, let me show you. It's cold. Look, touching the headers. Now I built this engine like 2008, 2009. Headers are cold. All right, I'll holler at you later, Carolina. Do I like Phytech? I'll put it to you like this. I put that Phytech on that thing when Phytech came out with a root style support. So I think it was 2015, 2016. I was at SEMA, had a bunch of cars at SEMA on the main floor, and went up to Phytech and talked to them. That car used to have a 770 Holly supercharged carburetor on it. And it did great, but it was a carburetor. I wanted to go fuel injected. So at the time, Holly didn't have a system. Phytech came out with that system. That system supported a root style blower. That is a 1200 horsepower system. And the reason why I went with that system is because you can actually hook it up to a laptop or to their handheld and go in there and change the tuning, change the mapping, see the live data, and all that mess. That's why I went with that. But correct, Josh. This was in 2014. So we're talking 11 years. So 11 years of technology has changed from 2014, 2015 to now. So Holly has Sniper 1 and Sniper 2 and Terminator, and Sniper also has Atomic because Holly bought out MSD. So Holly has a lot more options now. So in at the information I was running on in 2014, 2015, at that time, nobody had a fuel injection system that would support a root style blower in 2014. We're not talking about in 2025. We fixing to be in 2026. We're not talking about right now. We're talking about 11 years ago. The 68 C10 in here has a Terminator X Max system on it. The Impala's new engine has a Sniper 2 system on it. The box truck has a Sniper 2 system on it. And the F-150 that was here before, it had a Sniper 2 system on it. And I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to put a Terminator Max system on OG6. Like Carolina Big said, I am a Holly dealer. So I haven't messed with Phytech since 2014, 2015. So I couldn't tell you anything else on Phytech except what's on that. Now I will tell you this, that system on that car right there is very finicky for radio frequency. Really, really finicky. So like you can't have a spark plug wire here and then run a wire over that because the interference will actually mess up and knock out the injectors. Let me catch up on let me catch up on these right here. Holly system is clean and really good. Oh yeah, I had a nice setup that time. I'm sure you know how to tune it where she needs to be. None of it's cheap, but it's worth it. I had a Sniper 1 system on I run a big block, and I know it sounds stupid. I'd hear it. It's not one. It's a big block. A lot of issues. All right, so the Sniper 1 system, Josh, the Sniper 1 system had a lot of issues because the PCM was on the backside, right? And it was right there in interference with the distributor. So the distributor, the RF frequency from the distributor was messing up the frequency in the Sniper 1. So Sniper, Holly got away from Sniper 1 and went to Sniper 2. So Sniper 2 is an updated version, which the PCM module for the injectors is actually on the side instead of on the front or the back. So instead of being on the back, shit, I'll just show you. I got one in here right. Actually, I got 3 of them in here right now. I'll just show you. I'll show you, Josh. Yep. So right here, look. So here's a Sniper 2 system, right? So Sniper 2 system, the PCM is on the side. It's not at the back, right? It's right here on the side. So Sniper 2, they changed it. They put the PCM and electronics on the left side and the right side instead of being back here where the distributor's at, picking up interference. So a lot of people see, it's not on the front or the back no more. It's on the side. Now, I'll tell you something else. 87 SS boy, you might want to go check his page out. He's one of the guys in our community. He has a Monte Carlo, and he had a Sniper 1 system, and he kept having issues. So he sent his back. He upgraded his to a Sniper 2 system, and he also upgraded to the atomic. He also upgraded the ignition. So it changed the distributor. It changed a lot of stuff. And they say when you go that route, you eliminate any RF signal. Now, this is the engine that's going in. Now it's dirty from sitting here, but this is the engine that's going in the 63 Impala. This is a 350 blueprint, 364, 374, just say 375 horsepower. This is the engine that's going in the 63 Impala with the new Holley front LT drive system on the front. So let me show you right over here. That is where I raced in Michigan. Oh, yeah, I'll show you right here. Yeah, man, no problem, man. No problem. Look, I'll show you right here in this. I'll show you right here. All right, look here. Right here. Here you go. Here is this. Hey, screenshot that right there. Hey, Josh, screenshot that right there, buddy. Tell me when you got it screenshotted. Josh, let me know when you got it screenshotted. Got it. Okay. So here, that should take you. This is the Sniper 2, right? So all the electronics, and literally, that's it, man. You got the interface bus pad, you got the 16 pin, you got the coolant temperature, and you got the oxygen sensor. That's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. And then right here, the wiring, basically on the wiring, you're doing the 12 volt positive, the pink, if you're not running a coil, and then you got the fuel pump and the negative, literally like 4 wires, and that's it, you're done. All right, now, if you want to upgrade it a little bit further, now this one over here runs fans. Let me show you this too right here. Here's something that's pretty cool that Holley's got that I didn't know they had, but now they have. They got this too, Josh. This one right here is a 75662, which is a 2-channel relay module, right? And they also have a 4-channel relay module. So basically what this is, brother, it's the module relays for your fans and your fuel pump, right? Well, this is your fuel pump. This is your fans. So basically this is fan 1, fan 2, and it's a 40 amp relay. And this is, like I said, this is 7566-2. This is a 4-channel. And then they got this is a 2-channel. Then they have a 4-channel. So here's your fuel pump, and then this is for your fans. So you got fan 1 and fan 2. And then it's all set up through the handheld right there, right? All this runs off of the Holley system. This is all, now I got this off of Amazon. But this is the Holley system, right? All this is with the Sniper 2. So basically, I did a live a while back. You have to go check it out. The startup on a 63 blueprint engine. So you just tell it you want fan 1 to come on, fan 2 to go off, fan 1 to come on, fan 1 to come off, fan 2 on, fan 2 off. And this is the relay system. This is it. This is pretty much it. That's it. I'll show you in the book. That is really, really nice, man. Yeah, I'll never build a relay system again. I'll just buy their stuff. So then you have optional wires that you can use if you want to hook up other stuff. You know, you can hook it up to the distributor or to a coil, to a tack. Yeah, right here. Look here. So the relay 1 is discontinued. They don't have it no more, right? They don't have it no more. It's discontinued. So it's relay. They got relay 2 and the relay 4. So basically, right here, if you can see that. So you got your out terminal to your fan, and then your ground, and then you got your battery voltage, and then the black and yellow trigger wire from the harness goes over here to this pin here. So when the Sniper 2 is asking for, when the temperature sensor says, hey, look, I need the fan come on, the black and yellow wire is the trigger wire, which activates the relay, which completes everything in that box and triggers the fan. So this is a 1 channel. So they got rid of the 1 channel, and now they got a 2 channel and a 4 channel. So that box over there that you've seen is a 4 channel. So I have both fans hooked up. And then you got the black yellow wire trigger, and then see right here in this wiring harness, in this diagram, yeah, right here. Black and yellow is optional ground side for the relay trigger for fan 1. And then green and white is the optional, is output negative, connect to ground side of the relay for fan 2. So this wiring harness is with the system, and you have orange, black and yellow, light blue, light green and gray, and green and white. So basically, you have a 5-volt signal mimic the internal TPS signal. You have a connector to program ground input. Then you have a programmable ground input for the IAC kickdown. And then you got a gray wire for an aftermarket tack. So you have this in the harness as well, where you can use all these optionals through the Sniper 2 that can activate all this. Well, in this car so far, I'm only using fan 1 and fan 2, but I will use the IAC because this car I have air conditioner. And I also will use the drive for the aftermarket tack, right? So if you come, I'll catch up on the comments in a second. I'm just trying to stay on track. So that's that relay system. Now, if you want to upgrade it like 87SS boy did, 87SS boy, he upgraded his and he went to the Hyperspark, right? So if you upgrade it to the Hyperspark, which is a better option, right? Is a better option. Now you have this accessory switch that's 1 through 18, and you have all kinds of stuff that goes on. And then you have LED lights that says on and fault on. So you got fuel pump, fan, and powertrain, LED light key source, guides up to 6 LED power source distribution block. So this is what 87SS boy has put on. Now go to 87SS boy's YouTube channel, and he has a 87 Monte Carlo that's called Mistress. And you go down through there and look up Hyperspark, and you can see, because I have not done this yet, but it looks very, very simple. You can go to his page, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you can look how he hooked up Hyperspark on Mistress and go from there, right? Yeah. So here's something else. Here is something else that's crazy. So Square Body, Southern Square Body, he calls me day before yesterday, and he tells me that instead of running like Dakota Digital or NVU gauges or any type of aftermarket gauges, if you go with the Holley system and you go with the Bluetooth module, right? Now look, this is like deep diving, like deep in some shit now. If you go with the Bluetooth module, you can hook up an iPad as your gauge cluster, and the Bluetooth will Bluetooth the data from Sniper 2 or Terminator Max to the gauge cluster, which is on an iPad device. You don't even have to have a gauge cluster. He was telling me a guy came by his shop the other day and had a C10 truck, and they had made a mold in the dash, and he had a damn Apple iPad in the dash, in a docking station on the dash, and all of his gauges were on the iPad, and he had no wires, no nothing. It was all Bluetooth interfaced. And it also Bluetooth interfaced to his cell phone, which is like crazy insane, man. It's crazy. That's like some damn jets and futuristic shit. You know what I'm saying? Is that distributor or ignition over coil? Michael, it's actually you can do it multiple ways. If you look right here in the instructions, like right here, so you can do it with a HEI distributor, right? You can do it with a HEI distributor, which it goes, the yellow wire goes to the non-timing control, and the red and white wire goes to the key source. Or if you go with a HyperSpark canister, you go through the coil and you go that way with the distributor. And that's that, right? So this is the Sniper 2. If anybody missed that in the beginning, also with the Sniper 2 system, you can run your existing tank. You just have to get this kit, and then this kit drops down into the tank, and then you have your micro filter, your pre-filter, you have your inline pump, then you have your post filter, and then you go through the system, and your regulator goes at the tail end. Somebody told me the other day when I was, a while back when I was doing that 63 Impala, when I was doing that stuff on the engine stand over there, they told me, they said, hey man, you got your fuel pump regulator on the wrong side. Your fuel pump regulator is supposed to be after your filter. And I said, no, it's not. I said, it's at the end of the line before it goes to the tank. And then this is what this person told me. They was like, hey man, I know you think you know everything, but you don't know everything. And I said, why is that? And they said, because I've been doing this forever. I've been doing this for a long time. The damn fuel pump regulator has to go at the end of the line to maintain the pressure to the system. And then it goes to the return back to the tank. And I said, well, I understand what you're saying, but that's not what the instruction says. And then this is what they tell me. They say, I don't give a damn what the instruction says. It's wrong. You're supposed to do it this way. And I said, okay. So I took a picture of this on page 5 and I sent it to them. And I said, well, you do it your way and I'll do it this way. And this way right here is the way I'm going to do it. Because if I have an issue and I call Holly and I talk to Blake, my representative, and I say, hey, look, I got a fuel pressure problem. And he asked me, he's like, where's your fuel stuff at? And I tell him I have this fuel pump regulator right here. He's going to look at me and says, well, that's your problem. You need to move it. And then I'm going to say, hey, man, this guy on the internet told me I need to do this. And he said, well, who'd you buy the damn kit from? The guy from the internet, or did you buy it from me? That's how we do business over here. Holly didn't spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to make this book for somebody on the internet to tell you different. So if that's just the way it is. So do it the way they say to do it and go from there and you'll be fine. So, and it says right here, it says fuel pressure should be checked at the gauge port on the regulator before initial startup during the fuel pump priming. We recommend Holly part number 26507, a 0 to 100 PSI liquid filled gauge. And then it says right here, it says outlet fuel should go external regulator set between 55 and 65 PSI. We recommend at least a 3/8 feed line and a 3/8 return line. At least 3/8. A lot of people are using like 5/16 line and 1/4 inch line, and they don't understand why they're not getting the fuel pressure because they're too damn lazy to change their fuel lines because, oh, I don't want to do it. And then they got problems and their engine's starving for fuel and they can't do this. And then they talk about the unit and they say, man, that stuff's a piece of shit, man. I'm putting back a carburetor. Well, the reason why it's not working right is because you didn't follow the instructions. Following instructions, right? Right here it says the throttle body has a cast in the fuel crossover, passing the fuel from the front bowl to the rear bowl. So what that means, what they're telling you is passing fuel from the front to the back, right? And see right here, Holly was actually out. Now, Holly was out of their fuel regulators, right? They were out of their fuel regulators. And I asked them, I said, I need a fuel pump regulator. And they says, the only one we recommend is Aeromotive. This is the only one that we recommend using if you don't use ours. This one. This right here was like $250. Now, somebody's probably going to tell me they bought one off of Evil Energy and it works just fine, and that's great. If you got it to work, then hallelujah. Praise Jesus to you. But I don't do that, because if I have a problem and I call Blake, my tech support, and I tell him I got some damn Temu, eBay, Amazon bullshit, he's going to tell me that's your problem. So I don't want to create problems, and they say, well, that's your problem. So if you can't get the Holly one, this one right here is equal to or greater to what Holly is right here. And when this thing comes on, this is on the tail end, and then it goes back into this little tank right here. You see my line, and I'm running about 65 PSI. That's where I'm at, right? That's where I'm at. So I know this engine's dirty, and if the owner's watching this, don't be mad at me. I know it's dusty. It had a cover on it, just like this right here. This sun gun had a cover on it too. It's dirtier than a damn whore on crackhead whore on payday, boy. This thing's dirty, 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 but ain't nothing a little bit of water can't clean up. Now, if anybody didn't know what this truck is, this is 1968 C10, also known as the Soul Eater. This is a TKM engine. This thing is battered than a bone. This thing is battered than a dog pissing tax, boy. There's the cold air intake right there. The air goes in here, goes through that 4-inch intercooler pipe. It comes over through here, goes into this custom air box. It's all aluminum. This is jet coat. I'm a jet coat dealer, and it goes into this. This is a 105 millimeter nick right there. And then this is a terminator system, and there is the fuel pressure regulator right there. Put a gauge on the filter, and you will see. Can you explain the fuel gauge to me? You make fuel pressure gauge? Man, this truck's dusty. Dirty, 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 dirty. This truck's a 5-speed. It's got the skinny pedal. Save the skinny pedal. There's a speaker box on this one. Fuel gauge, well, if it reads E, it's empty. If it's in the middle, it's half. And if it reads F, it's full. Is that what you want to know? Most GMs are 90 ohms, and Fords are like 120 or something. I don't know. I use all GM style 90 ohms. So I don't. Come on now, talk to me. Talk to me. Y'all see my buddy? Y'all see my buddy? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. All right, boys and girls. I've definitely been on here a long time. The difference between E and S is about $100. Well, Michael, man, depends on what you're driving. I know that little LTZ Cruise, it takes like 11 gallons of fuel to fill it up. Boys and girls, I appreciate every single one of you. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I'll tap back in tomorrow. I'll have some stuff for you tomorrow. And then Monday, I'm going to go ahead and schedule it. I'm going to go ahead and schedule it right now. So Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that'll be the first live. And then at 1 p.m. will be the second live on Monday. So if you don't want to join me tomorrow, I appreciate it. But tap in Monday at 10 o'clock, and we'll be on this, and we'll be on this for 1 hour, and then we'll take a break, and then I'll come back at 1 o'clock, and then we'll go from there. So I appreciate every single one of you, boys and girls. I appreciate every single one of you. Remember what I said, boys and girls, don't worry about it. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm sorry we run over a little bit. We had 139 minutes. I usually go to 60. I appreciate every single one of you. Remember I said, boys and girls, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first. That Lucy and dry piece of chicken gravy.